Welcome back. It is Thursday, March 28th in the NBA. My two best bets are on the way. We only got two games on, but I got to pick in each of them. Let's dive into first a recap from yesterday. A winning day for us, 3-2. Let's talk about it. Our winners: Desmond Bane's over in points, cashed in the third. Jalen Brunson's over in assists, cashed in the second quarter. And then the Pistons Timberwolves under 215.5. Pretty sweat free. They only combined for less than 200 points. So all three winners pretty easy. Our losers: we had Clippers -6. They ended up winning the game by 1. They were down 12 early in that game, lost the first quarter by 12. Came back and won. Whatever. They could not get it done. And then Lauri Markkanen under 24.5 points. Full screen me. I have not been more angry about losing a player prop than Lauri Markkanen yesterday. Now let's set the table. You're looking at the game. He had 0 points through the first quarter and a half with like 5 minutes to go, 0 points. Then, of course, he comes in, scores a couple points, and then goes on a run with like a minute and a half left, scores 7 points in the span of like 58 seconds. Fine. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. We took an under. However, second half comes, and that's the part that pissed me off. The guy played all 24 minutes in the second half. We're talking to the guy in Lauri Markkanen that literally came into this game with the quadriceps injury that he's been nursing over the past few weeks. And they said, you know what? What should we do? 42 minutes is most of the season in a non-overtime game. And not only that, he was not playing well. And how does he go over? 24 seconds left in the game, fires up a deep three, and it was contested, and it goes in. He ends on the hook, scores 25 points. I mean, what? Bro, when I tell you guys we are due as much good luck as probably anyone out there, that's what I mean. Stuff like that, like, well, yesterday should have been a 4-1 day, and we're just here with a 3-2. It didn't even feel like a winning day because I had to go to sleep with that Lauri Markkanen playing 24 minutes in the second half, season high 42. And I'm just sitting there and just saying a prayer because we are due some luck. And yesterday really grinded my gears how we lost that under. That's pretty much summarized March so far. Is just how we lost that. But whatever, we're going to move on. There's only 2 games on, and I'm going to dive into the picks today. Not get too worked up over that one, but I'm telling you guys, it was tough to go to bed watching just that Lauri Markkanen 3. I knew that 3 was going in. Once it left his hands, his last shot of the game, when it was garbage time, they were down like 8 points. They're like, yeah, we're going to fire up a 3. I knew it was going. I'm so angry. Let's start with today's picks. Although I do have a couple notes. MLB is back. Opening day of the MLB. That video is posted right before this one. We're actually doing a cool thing in that video, which I'll put the survey down below. We're trying to go to the top 3 stadiums that you guys want us to go to and meet some of y'all. We've had some pretty cool meet and greets at MLB Stadium. So put the survey at the top of the screen. If maybe you don't watch the MLB or maybe you live in one of the cities and you're like, hey, I want to meet you, definitely vote for your favorite team down below. I'll put the link. We're going to go to the top 3 stadiums. If Toronto finishes in the top 3, cool. If not, we owe Toronto a trip from last week. I told them top stadium voted, and Toronto actually was the one that won. So I'll put that survey down below. Definitely go show it some love and go check out the MLB. Last year we were up 30 units. The year before up 50. I think we're going to bounce back with another 40, 50 unit season, maybe even better. Who knows? We've obviously learned a lot over the past few seasons betting the MLB. We got 5 picks over there. Go check it out. Those videos will be on the daily, just like these NBA ones. But without further ado, let's dive in the picks. I'm going to start with an under, start with an over, although I'm actually going to start with the over first. I'll have the now we'll start with the under. Fine. We're talking about DeJounte Murray. It's under in PRAs at 40.5, -125 on ESPN bet. I like this at 38.5 too. If I had an individual line, points would be the way to go to fade Mr. Murray. Now, the reason I was leaning towards putting the over first is because I'm not confident Murray plays tonight. There is a chance he does not play, and if he doesn't, just fast forward to the second pick, and we'll only have 1 pick on the day. Obviously, only 2 games on. You got March Madness, you got the Sweet 16 going on, and obviously MLB opening day. So NBA didn't really want to compete a ton. But why do I want to fade Murray, who, like I said, might not play? He did play yesterday and honestly came into that game banged up. I don't know if he plays tonight, but the Celtics and Hawks play once again back in Atlanta. They just played on Monday, and in that game, Murray, 19 points on 8 of 22, 5 rebounds, did have 15 assists, though. He ended with 39 PRAs, 1 under. Now, the Hawks, obviously, in that crazy game, they came back down 30 points to win outright. He played 41 minutes, obviously a large part of that comeback. He was helping orchestrate that offense, and they came back. Now, the books obviously gave them a 17.5-point spread today. One of the largest I think I've ever seen this season. Not the largest ever, but one of the biggest ones we've seen this season. And I'm very confident the Celtics bounce back here. They should be getting Derek White back. Jrue Holiday, questionable. I don't anticipate Jrue playing tonight, but you should get Derek White. He's not on the injury report, so he should be out there. And he's obviously one of the best guard defenders there are in the NBA. They didn't have him last game, so they're relying on Sam Hauser and Al Horford in the starting lineup, which is kind of why they gave up a lot of points. But still, last night, we just saw Murray play 36 minutes, so back-to-back, not going to have great chances here, but he notched 40 PRA, still went under this line on back-to-back. So this season, he's really struggling, only shooting 22% from three, averaging under 20 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, and 5.6 assists per game. Obviously, those numbers are a little bit different given Trae Young was in with a lot of those games, but still not shooting the ball well. And like I said, I don't anticipate Murray plays tonight, but if he does, I'm certainly happy fading him. The Hawks have a team total set around 104.5. And they just scored 120 against Boston, and he still went under. Boston, a team 12-2 straight up, 8-6 against the spread. I'm not saying they cover the 17.5, but even if they get close to it, Murray won't play a ton of minutes. And if he does play, which I really hope Murray plays, I really hope he plays, I really think this is a good spot to fade him. The Celtics, a team that give up a few rebounds per game to point guards, 6th fewest assists per game overall over the last 15 games. I just don't see Murray having a big game. He struggles on back-to-backs, a lot of easy way outs. If this is a blowout, he ain't covering a 40.5 point line. No idea why my lights flickering, but that's basically how my brain is feeling after that marketing bad beat. I really like fading DeJounte Murray. Like I said, if he doesn't play, cool. We'll just have our one pick, which we'll talk about right now for a guy that's definitely playing. But Murray, I like fading him under in PRAs, 40.5. Like I said, 38.5, cool too. Now, I don't know what the hell the light's going, but I'm not redoing this. I'm already pissed off at Lowry. I'm not doing that rant again. Let's talk about CJ McCullum, my second pick, over 21.5 points, minus 105 on DraftKings. Now, I was looking at a way to do CJ at 20 plus points. I don't love the 21. I like the 21.5. I was going to do like a 20 plus points for CJ, Chris Middleton, 10 points. I'm just not going to get cute. SGPs, I feel like sometimes you get a little bit cute, your original read hit, and then maybe that juice reducer you're trying to add doesn't hit. But I like McCullum to get 22 points tonight. I don't love it at 22.5. I like the 21.5 up to about minus 125. That feels like a good line for McCullum. Now, the last 3 games, obviously, Brandon Ingram's been banged up. He's going to miss again tonight. Last 3, McCullum, over in 3 straight, 30, 23, and 23 points. Biggest thing, though, 21, 18, and 24 field goal attempts. The last 2 without him. Now, the last 3 games, I'm going to pull up some stats for you. McCullum, 10.7 pull-up field goal attempts per game, 6.3 catch-and-shoot threes. Or not catch-and-shoot threes, field goal attempts, most of them being threes, both number 1 on the Pelicans. So you're looking at 17 of his field goal attempts are pull-up jump shots or catch-and-shoot jump shots. So, 17 of his, he's been averaging, 21 field goal attempts these last, few games. Almost all of those are catch-and-shoot threes or pull-up jump shots. Now, that might not mean anything to you. You might be like, Austin, you're talking, you're giving me a bunch of stats. What the heck does that mean? Well, tonight they play the Milwaukee Bucks. And why that's important is over the last 10 games, the Bucks have allowed the 2nd most pull-up jump shots and the 6th most catch-and-shoot three-point attempts, 2nd most catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. So when you're talking about the Bucks, what they're really good at is typically paint protection. They got Giannis, they got Brook Lopez down there. They normally pack the paint and make you knock down jump shots to beat them. However, that's literally all CJ McCullum does. He's not going in there and scoring in the paint. It's not really his forte. I just told you 17 of his 21 field goal attempts the past 3 games have been these 2 ways of scoring against the Bucks, ways that you beat them and score in the mid-range. And that's McCullum's game. And I think he gets a ton of volume tonight. I really just don't see a lot of guys shooting on this Pelicans team, especially Zion. He has a tough matchup going up against Giannis and then Brook Lopez to match him in the paint. And we've seen in McCullum's last 7 games when he shoots at least 15 times, he's over in all 7, scoring 26, 28, 23, 30, 30, 23, and 23 points. Now, a little bit skewed. You don't want to be like, oh, hammer, 10 units on this. No, because when typically McCullum was shooting 15 or more times with Brandon Ingram active, it was because the shots were falling. Whereas now he's kind of lucky. He has to shoot 15 or more times. But I really think this is just a spot that, while the Bucks will be better defensively than they were in their last game against LA in that double OT loss, I really think this is a spot McCullum has to be aggressive in. Like I said, his teammates aren't really that aggressive. In the starting lineup, sure, Zion's got his thing, but Herb Jones, not the most aggressive guy, especially taking guys off the dribble. You got Trey Murphy. I think he has a decent game. Jonas Valanciunas probably gets benched for Larry Nance Jr., who literally doesn't want to shoot the basketball. So, and McCullum's backup, Jose Alvarado, is banged up, might not even play in this game. So I really think last game you saw McCullum play 41 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised if he played 38 minutes tonight. And I really think this is just a spot that I want to back McCullum. He's over in 10 of 14 home games with at least 15 shots. And I really think he gets at least 15 shots tonight, if not 18, 20, 24 shots. I mean, that would not surprise me at all. Bucks play pretty fast. So I really like CJ McCollum. If DeJounte Murray doesn't want to play, he'll be our only pick of the day. I really think McCullum is over in points. I don't hate the PRAs, but I'll just take the points. I'd rather not get too cute taking PRAs or points plus rebounds, points plus assists. CJ McCullum, put the ball in the basket, over 21.5 points. My favorite player prop of the day. I really like that DeJounte Murray one, but like I said, I don't think Murray plays. Hopefully he does, so we get the under on the card, but if not, we'll just have CJ McCollum to hopefully try to turn it into 2 straight winning days. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. A reminder, if you want to vote on that survey for your favorite MLB stadium for Logan and I to come out to, we're going to go to the top 3 stadiums that win. We'll talk about who wins in the MLB video tomorrow. We'll do that. If you want to go check out a couple videos on the screen, number 1 is our MLB best bets video. We got 5 picks. Definitely go check that out. Number 2 will be a video of our Australia vlog on the second channel. Go show it some love. Got the scuba dive at the Great Barrier Reef. Got to go pet some kangaroos and feed them, some wallabies, a bunch of cool things in Australia. Go check out that. My name's Austin. You guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully some good luck is on the way after yesterday, and I will see you guys back again tomorrow morning with a big slate of NBA action. You guys have a great Thursday. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.